Damn, I'm good is one of Sideswipe's most iconic lines. Actually, it's probably the only one. Anyway, Sideswipe is one of my favorite Autobots, both in the movies and in G1. Which is funny because I couldn't care less about Sideswipe's characterization in the movies. All it was to me was Silver Guy go vroom. It's still kind of like that to this very day. Anyway, let's get to the figures. Today we're taking a look at both Studio Series outings of Sideswipe. Before we take an in-depth look, I will give personal anecdotes about the figures. So let's start with the Dark of the Moon figure. So back when I was a junior or senior in high school, there was this period in time where I'd buy figures and then they would come like the next 2 days and I would walk home from school. So there was one day where I walked home from school and Sideswipe wasn't there when he was supposed to be. So you know that probably bummed me out, right? It sure did. But luckily the next day he was there. But I honestly missed that time period because it was before everything went to shit. Vehicle mode. Both cars are fantastically recaptured from the movie to right in front of me. Personally, I prefer the Dark of the Moon version because of the uniqueness, but I still love the Revenge of the Fallen version for the nostalgia. Sideswipes with other Studio Series figures. We have Bumblebee, Dino, Jolt, and Soundwave. Alright, transformation. It's basically the same for both figures with just some minor changes. The Revenge of the Fallen version changes up the transformation due to it having more car mass instead of just being a convertible. Both figures are fantastic where both are almost one-to-one to the CG models from the movies. Obviously, both figures vary in paint apps. Dark of the Moon is good, but the Revenge of the Fallen figure is so much better. The paint apps are much more defined, thus making this figure the most definitive version of the character. Swipes come with the guns that he used in Dark of the Moon. While he didn't use them in Revenge of the Fallen, it's cool that they still included them. Another thing you might notice is that the Dark of the Moon guns have paint apps, while the Revenge of the Fallen ones do not. And you can't have Sideswipe without his swords. Alright, articulation. It's exactly the same on both figures, so I'll just show it with the Revenge of the Fallen figure. And here are the same comparisons, but in robot mode. I guess you could say I have a funny relationship with Sideswipe because with one of the first figure toy reviewers that I would watch, the first ever video I watched was a Sideswipe review of the 2009 toy. So obviously, me watching it as a kid, I had to have it. So I remember my mom took me to Walmart all the way back in 2009, and obviously when you're a kid you're in a rush to get to the toy aisle, so I was. You feel like it was a million years just to get over there, because, well, you know what your parents do when they see someone they know at the store, they talk. So as a kid it felt like forever, and obviously we got to the toy aisle and luckily he was there, so then I got him. I had him for a good while, like in one piece, and then as the years went by, he broke. Like at the waist, like how the waist connects, that broke off like entire, I think it's probably clear plastic. But he was absolutely one of my favorite figures. I also did get the Swerve repaint, but it's not the same. You know, it's just Sideswipe but red, an even worse head. Also, I still have it in one piece, but it's not the same. Like how the Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe is, where I have a direct nostalgia for it. But yeah. I'll see you guys next time when, I don't know.